All right, so welcome and happy June, everybody. It is Color Street's anniversary month. So exciting. Some of us, the list is getting smaller. I will post the newsletter after this, but I wanted to do the call first. But the people who have been here for 6 years, the list is dwindling. It's a little bit smaller. But there are some of us who have been around all 6 years. If you've been here 6 years, put your hand up. All right. Oh, look at that. Heidi's on and Dar and Jackie and I. Jen, oh, we can't see your hand. Jen's hand would be up. Then I know we have some 5-year people on here. Give me your hands if you were 5 years. Yes, Carol Ann. Haley, you've got to be 5 or 6. Yeah. Okay. Haley.
I'm actually 5 years, not till August for me, but for
You're
6.
5 years?
I'll be 6 years in August 31st. I think that's.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm going to be 5 years, August 8th.
okay. That's
I'll be 6 years, so I'm almost 6 years.
okay. Oh my gosh. How about 4 years? Who's been here 4 years? Any hands? 3? All right, there's some 3s. How about 2? All right, I see 2 and 1. Oh, are you, let's see, Jody, if anyone's less than, and Jerry, less than 1. How about 6 months? Oh, Becky. Oh. And that's Linda, right?
Yep.
Yep, Linda, okay. And Michelle, all right, we have a few. How about 1 month? Who's brand new? Oh, 4 months. Oh, 4 years. Abby, yeah, you're not 4 months. Oh my gosh, so exciting. And how about the polish that dropped today?
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
So good.
Really
I
pretty.
kept going back to the group, to the corporate group I'm in to see if there was, and the stylist group. I did not see any announcements about restocks or anything. I noticed give me the name of the gold one.
Socialite?
Socialite.
Was
Socialite.
gone, but then all of a sudden I went to order, it was gone, then it was back. So I'm sure, that stuff like that can happen because people have it in their carts and then their cart was
Yeah.
dumped. And I know that was happening in Canada as well.
Yeah, because I was kind of surprised at the gold one. I thought one of the colors was going to go because the purple and pink and the so beautiful.
That gold one
Yeah.
is gone too for winter too. We haven't had a gold like that before. And that
Yeah.
was pretty,
Okay, I
Really
want to know
amazing.
how they keep them in their carts because I always get kicked out. It never leaves my stuff in a cart.
oh, it's a timed thing.
Yeah, I think is it like half an hour or less than that?
Must
Oh,
be
I
the
thought it was more than that. It used to be
it was 2
multiple-
hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
it used to
2
be multiple
hours? It
hours
might
and
be.
then- Yeah. So it should sit in your
You need-
cart. What's that,
Socialite is back
Tammy?
out of stock.
that mean I have to do it on my PC? I'm always doing it on my phone and it never stays. I have to re-enter it.
on my phone.
Yeah,
I don't do
that's-
things from my phone for that reason, unless I'm out and I have
Just
to, I don't.
Make sure you
Tammy,
log
do you-
in.
Do you go through the app too?
Mhm.
I never go to the website through an app. You should never don't go to your website and don't go to your VO through the application. And here's why. Applications have a lot of limitations to them. That not limitations, but they have a lot of they have less
Capabilities, yeah.
capabilities. Yes, capabilities than a website does. So what
Oh.
you're doing is adding a layer of translation that doesn't need to be there.
See, I've
Oh,
never
makes
had any issues with the phone app. I use the phone app all
I
the
use
time.
the
I
phone
go
for
in and
everything.
order. Yeah. I've never had any issues with our phone app, with the
Oh,
Color
yeah.
Street app.
Well, there's no reason you can't go on it through a Google, like Google Chrome on your phone. I have it set up as a button on my phone, so I go right to, all you have to do is add it to your home screen. I don't know if you guys probably can't see that, but I don't know where my screen is, but all you have to do is I have the VO, I have the app in the middle, and then I have my website. And all I did was add the website to the screen. So if I want to go to the app, I can to get information. But when I want to go and order, I ever go. When people have trouble, I always ask them, and that's the first question. It almost always works when you switch them over to a Google Chrome.
That makes sense because we do that with work with my patient portal thing for patients.
Mhm.
That total sense.
Yeah, because
I've
you
never-
shouldn't be dumping, you should stay
I've
in.
never had any, I go to the VO through the Color Street app and I've never had any issues. It
Yeah,
works like a
I'm
dream.
glad she's telling the people that it's not working for because I have an iPhone and maybe that's why I don't know.
I have an iPhone too.
Oh, yeah, then I don't know why mine
It
not.
just, sometimes it just
Yeah.
is technology.
Yeah. It's not
Or it might
perfect,
be maybe you don't
unfortunately.
have the latest version. I use Safari to get to it and I've never had any problems.
Yeah, as long as you open it up all the way in Safari, because if you,
Yeah.
like I tried to do it,
Very
hey, order here, and then I didn't open it in Safari and it did not want to open, and I'm like, I think I'll order, open it up in Safari, and that made it work better.
Oh, good. All right, well, hopefully, Tammy, you'll be able to get it to work, and hopefully you got what you wanted before it dumped out. So I was looking to see if there was information about it, but I haven't seen anything. So, you know, if I hear any updates or any of us hear updates, we can post that. But they're beautiful. So I don't see them lasting till what they're supposed to last till July 12th. I don't see that happening.
No.
So if you want them, I would not waste time. If your customers want them, I would not waste time.
I've
That's
been telling all my VIPs,
great
I think it's the most gorgeous nail collection we've launched yet. I mean, I was on the Zoom call when they put it up on the screen and you couldn't even read the chats. It's like
Yeah.
a spinning wheel of just so many comments. I was like, oh my gosh, we were all drooling.
Right, right. Well, I think glitters, I mean, everyone loves, glitters are my favorite. So close to
Me
gorgeous.
too.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what people did in May. So put your hand up if you were a qualified stylist and sold 150. Woo! Let me see those hands. All right, how about 300? How about 600? How about 1,000? Oh my gosh, there's still quite a few hands. How about 1,500? Woo, 2,000. Do we have any 2,500ers on here? Haley and Dar, your hands are not coming
Look
down.
at you, Haley.
Let me see if I see any other hands.
Haley did,
Oh,
Haley
Dina,
Cameron.
hey Dina. All right, how about 2,000? Did I say 2,000 already?
Yep.
2,500. All right, 3,000. How about 3,500? I know for some of you, I think Haley and Dina just put their hands down. So I want to give them a round of applause because on this call right now, we have Haley who sold 31.57, Dina who sold 33.79,
Unbelievable.
going to be on very soon, who sold 35.52, Dana Sturm, who sold 3,788, Janice Hayes, 4,335, and Darlene Lavoy, $5,085. That is a lot of polish and makeup. So congratulations, ladies. That is simply amazing. So great job, everybody. How about enrolling? Did anybody bring on the call, bring in a new team member last month? I know Haley brought one in this month. Dar brought one in. Anybody else?
I see Dina's hand up.
You see Dina, okay. Anybody else? All right, let me see here. We have just a second. Okay, so we have some ties then. Darlene had one, Dina had one. I had one. I don't see anybody else on the call. If I'm missing your name, I'm looking at the list of people compared to the people I see on the call. So congrats to everybody who brought somebody in. That's amazing. Remember, that's how we make the business keep going, right? How about subscription boxes? How many people have at least one person getting a subscription box. How nice is it when the month opens and you have $25 or 25 PV already? How about 2? How about 3? How about 4? How about 5? All right, I have to go down in that. How about 6? Oh my gosh. 7? 8? So right now I see Dar, Jackie, Haley, Sarah. And just wait, you get to hear about sub boxes from some people today too. Dina,
Cindy Dom, she's not on yet, but
yes, and she'll be talking about it. All right, so on this call, let's see, those people whose names I just said, shout out how many you have.
12.
12, amazing.
I have 10.
10,
Yay.
awesome.
Woohoo.
I have
Dar,
8.
8,
I have 8.
amazing. Sarah's
Good.
8.
I have 8 too. Yep.
That is 200 PV right there, just like
Yep.
that. You start the month
Mhm.
and you're already qualified.
Can I just shout out Cindy Dom?
I know, but
Yeah.
do we want to shut her out now or once she gets on?
Wait, when she gets on,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, say it now, but then we'll say it again when she comes on because it's pretty exceptional.
Yeah, because I look at her and I'm like, she's got over $600 in PV. At the beginning of the month, she's got 22.
Wow.
22.
Pretty awesome.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And the coolest thing about it is you can always add people. Like I just had someone sign up again, or not again, sign up for the first time the other day. So now with this great promotion, I mean, we can always be sharing it. You should always be out there promoting it. Never want to say much because we have other people speaking on it. But you can always bring people in. It's not like a one and done thing. So I think that's amazing. Okay, so congratulations, everybody. I'm super excited for summer. Conference is coming up. We have a great May. We're leading into a great June with lots of stuff. Great things for the birthday. I'll go over announcements at the end of the call, but one thing I don't want to forget about, if you are local to where I live, be sure to sign up Friday if you can for our anniversary get together. It's not a meeting. We're not going to be, I mean, business always comes up in fun ways, right? But it's just going to be hanging out with your Color Street teammates and having fun. So if you are local, sign up. It's supposed to be nice and sunny, 75 degrees, so it should be fun. If you don't know anyone coming, don't worry. We're a non-threatening group. You will be invited in and have a great time. So don't let that stop you if that's one thing that is holding you back. There's a lot of people.
How many people are coming?
I think right now there's about maybe 9 or 10. So I'm really trying to get us to at least 25. Because we can still, if we take a picture of everybody, I can send it to corporate and they'll send us the event packet after they said, since we didn't have them at the enrollment time. If we take a picture, then they'll send it. So I don't know what it is, but it needs to be our goal to get it.
And you can bring guests too, or no?
Yeah, of course.
That would be super fun for
Just
them.
sign them up, just so we have an idea of people. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good night to bring a guest.
Yep, there's one on the west side too, if anyone is interested, because we were invited as a group.
Yeah, with Eva Jones.
Yep.
Yes, perfect. All right, so with no further ado, I'm super excited. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, right? Yes, 5 people who are going to share tips with you guys. You know, I think at different times in our business, we feel strengths, maybe in one area at one time, another area, another time, or maybe you have always done something consistent that you love. But there's always something that you, you know, if you look that you can feel like you're doing well at. And so these 5 ladies have things going on in their business that they feel that they have a lot of success in this area. And they so graciously, when we reached out to them, were willing to share with you guys their tips on what they are doing in these areas, because they're areas that all of us love getting more information on. So, Colleen, I saw you there and I gotta find your, there you are. All right,
I'm here.
so Colleen Danikowski is our first one who is going to be talking about sampling, which is always a great one because no matter what, we all have our samples, but are we doing something with them? So let's hear it, Colleen. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna let you take over. Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to get my little picture here just so I can see, make sure the screen, well, it's not gonna do that. So, hi, I'm Colleen Danikowski and I'm gonna talk about sampling. The first thing that I wanted to share was something I was really excited about. I got a drawer organized and I wanted to show you first how I get my samples ready, how I load them up, and then how I go sample people. So I just got these little containers. I went to the dollar store just recently, about a week ago, and these little containers actually can expand. I thought that was so cool. So they can expand and contract to whatever size you want. And I've got, I'm gonna tip my phone down here a second.
How big are they, Colleen? You know, it's hard.
They are, so I can, you want me to measure them or just kind of show you with my hands here?
Just kind of ballpark, because it's hard for us to,
Oh, okay. They can, hang on, I've got a ruler right here. So they can expand out to about 8.5 inches long and about 3 3¾ wide. But then you can smush them and make them shorter. So I've got my I've got the lip containers for like lip samples. I've got my samples ready here, and I've got the bags, cotton squares. I've got some earring gifts. I've got the cuticle pushers, glass nail files, and different kind of things here. So I got my drawer going, and then what I've done is I'm a person that usually I've got these little bags I got at Joann's before I knew what size to get. So these are just little ones that came at Joann's or Michael's, and I took I got these little Zots, these little dots that you can, the sticky dots, same place. You can also get them at the dollar store. I just stuck a Tuesday and a alcohol prep pad. I got a ton of these at, I think it was Ollie's or something like that. So I took that. I took the little nail file that we have in our VO, stuck them in here. These were a little bit too tiny for my business card, so I cut my business card down. And I also put a QR code for my Linktree or my Shuffle. And I wanted just to share that using Avery, I put them on return address labels, and I just cut them because I didn't have any cards made that had a QR code. And then I just popped them in here. And so those were my samples that were ready and ready to go. With the lip ones, I took the little circle and I took a little knife and kind of scraped off a little lip part, had an applicator in my card, and did the same sort of thing like that. So that's how I kind of assembled everything. Then I'm not a big purse person. And so I didn't have one of those giant bucket purses, but what I did was I found a 31 bag that can fit our nails in them. And it's a 2-poucher. And then it can also put all of those samples that I just made in here. So I just take them out. They're ready to go. I can cinch them up. So for me, not being a big purse person and trying to be organized, this was really cool. And it's like a wristlet. I was able to fit that in my purse. And then I took the lip samples that are a little bit bigger. And I got this cool pouch that Jen made me. And so I've got my samples there. So, all right, so then I load everything up, and then I decide intently, like some people said on the call before, you're out there to meet people and make them feel better than when you left. And I always typically just say, oh my gosh, your nails are so pretty. Do you like to do your nails? Or if their nails are naked, I said, hey, do you ever like to do your nails? And they'll either say why they can or can't. And I try to give them a reason why colors. Have you ever heard of Color Street? And then, no, I haven't. What is that? And then I show them. And then I've used the verbiage that someone said here, and they're like, let me show you. And if they don't want to have it on them, then I can put it on me. And then I show them today.
Back in the
Yesterday, there was a shredding event in Livonia. And so I went through with my car and brought all my shredding stuff. And there was all these ladies from Comerica that were standing out flagging people. And then as I was almost halfway, through, I was thinking I should get them samples. And I'm like, but I've already gone through. And I'm like, you know what? Somebody said we're offering them, I don't know the exact verbiage, but we're offering them some self-care. We don't need to worry that we might look silly or not. So I went all the way around the building and came all the way back. And I just, they didn't even know I had already gone through once. So I was like, hey, thank you so much for being out here and doing this. I know it's really hot. Do you ever like to do your nails? Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you heard of Color Street? No. Oh, well, I want to thank you again. And I said, you can just scan the QR code and there's a little video application. And they're like, thank you so much. And it just makes me feel good. So that's how I do that. Today there was a lady that she wasn't into nails. And so I said, oh, I said, you might be interested in our tinted lip balm. And would you like a sample? And so I had a sample ready to go. She tried it on in the store. She really liked it. So I'm hoping, that maybe that would be a customer. So I also like to be trapped at appointments and look for opportunities at appointments. I was at the car dealership and a lady was sitting there waiting for her car. She was reading, I caught her eye, and I just said, I struck up a little quick conversation, and then I said, she's like, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm doing this. Or do you like to do your nails? My typical phrase is, do you like to do your nails? Do you ever like to do your nails? So that's pretty much what I do. I was thinking today, because it's the anniversary, that I was going to load up, and I might do this tomorrow, but just go out and wear a shirt and say, hey, it's our anniversary, and I've got free samples of Color Street nails. Would you like to try one? So anyway, that's about it.
So Colleen, do you go with intention of how many you want to get rid of a day when you go out?
Usually I haven't, because like sometimes I'll just load up like 5 and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get rid of these 5
today. Okay.
But like up until now, I didn't have like this many sample packs ready to go. So, I mean, there's probably about 20 in here. So I'm kind of excited about that. So I think like this week, since it's the Color Streak anniversary week, I think I'm going to try to, maybe 5 a day or 6 a day, since it's our 6th year, maybe go out and try to do 6 a day. So
yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing everything you put it in too. And I like the phrasing you use too. All that helps so much. And I never would have thought to do the people waving people down in a parking lot. Brilliant idea. You feel like you have to be standing right in front of them, but why can't it be someone you pull up to like that? So
yeah,
that's
I was also dropping off nails to someone else in a parking lot because she works at a store, and a girl next to me had her window down in her car because it was a hot day, and she was very much made up, and I could tell she had real fancy salon nails. So I'm like, she might not be interested in that. But I said, oh, wow, your lipstick is really pretty. It looks like you're really into makeup. I said, and then I just said, I said, we've got, at Color Street, we have a really luxurious tinted lip balm. Is that something that would interest you in trying? And she's like, I'll try a sample. So, you know, I don't know what's going to come out about these. I try to get their contact information, anybody I do get as a sample, but obviously, like if you're just handing them out, you might not get contact information to follow up. But I do that with my shuffle and just say, oh, if would you mind if I got your contact information so I can send you an application video? I try to do it that way, so it's not
That's
like
perfect.
so
Yeah.
I can spam you, but so I can send you an application video. So
Perfect. Thank you so much, Colleen. I
Thank you.
appreciate you sharing. And
thank you.
after we get through all 5 people, we'll circle back if people have specific questions. Or for specific people, or you can put them in the chat. I see like someone's asking where you got the bag. Tammy's in a party right now, a 31 party. So
31.
after you talk too, check the chat in case people have typed anything in there for you to answer.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks,
Thanks, everybody.
Colleen.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Sure. All right. So then next we have, and Linda, I hope I say it right. It's Mazaran.
That's my maiden name, Mazarin. But
Mazarin.
my married name is Easy Wilson.
Oh, that's much easier. All right. All right, let's hear it. All right. So she's going to talk about why and how she worked her business, which we all want to hear good tips on that, right? All right. So
Okay.
let's hear it, Linda.
All right. Well, first off, when everyone was saying how long they've been in Color Street, I just passed my 6th month. Okay. I'm going on 7 months, so I'm so excited about that. And it has been a wonderful, wonderful 7 months so far. I was invited to a party, and I told my niece whose party that I wanted the kit. And at the time, the kit had the 5 extra Christmas packages of nails. And I was real excited and I wanted those. So she said, let you talk to my friend Dina. And I said, well, no. I don't want to do this. I just want those extra nails. And so I talked to Dina, and Dina said, try it for a month. And then if you don't like it, you can quit. And I'm going to tell you what, I tried it and I absolutely love it. And I want to tell you, when I first started, I was like, the first month or 2, I was a sponge. I watched, and I kind of still do it, but I watched every live I could, every video I could, every training session I could. I'm retired. I'm a former bakery owner of 20 years. So I was used to business. And when I retired, I found I had all this time. So I just was a sponge and just absorbed everything. And things I didn't know, I asked a lot of questions, and they probably were so tired of me messaging them. Certain people, Haley, Dina, MB were my 3 to-goes that I was constantly asking questions to. And they never made me feel like a question was stupid. They always made me feel that, hey, that's a great question. And then they would explain it to me. Couple things I still don't really do great at, the computer stuff. I'm better on my phone, and the Canva, I've tried, and that just is really hard for me. But MB told me about PicMonkey, and I've gone on that, and I'm learning to add graphics and put different things on my page. And so that's been a lot of fun for me. We are seasonal campers. So in April, we are at the campground until November. And I have found that the campground is a wonderful place because I get new people every single weekend. Okay. And I make my little packets out too. And I go in my golf cart. And because I am retired and I am 63, and walking around the campground for me just doesn't cut it anymore. So I get in my golf cart and I drive around with my packets with my, what about my nails shirt? Ask me about my nails t-shirt, or right now a hoodie because it's so cold today in Michigan, and I wear those and people stop and ask me, and then I have the packet ready, and my husband will be sitting with me and he'll sit there and say, she'll tell you right now, she's got a free sample for you. So it's been really great. I just think getting out there and talking about it helps, and asking questions, and like I said, soaking up as much information as you can. And it's really helped me, and everybody's been great so far.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Linda. So let me ask you, because, sometimes when you've been here a long time, then, it's like, I don't want to say you take it for granted, but you forget to do some of the basic things, right? So what's your best takeaway as a pretty brand new person? What motivates you to get out there? What excites you?
Okay, little things that you wouldn't think maybe, but you can't see my computer that's sitting here, but that little Comma Club sticker, I'm telling you what, I've gotten them from January all the way up until now. And that little sticker is only a sticker, but that sticker means so much to me when I get to take it and put it on my computer and, put it on there. And when I'm working, I look at it, and that means a lot. Also, I think at first I would get a little bit discouraged if I didn't get an order right away, or when there was a launch and I didn't get that order. But then I talked to people and they would say, just be patient, just breathe, and just, and so I did. And again, that was listening from people up higher that have been there and done it. And it just, they make it so easy. They make it so fun. I love doing lives. I love going on and interacting and doing lives. I even did one with, when I had my eye surgery with my face half bandaged, I went on and did it.
I think you were on a Zoom call right after that, if I recall correctly.
But it's just sticking in there and, not giving up, and taking little things and making them, that little sticker, it means a lot.
That's great. That's great to hear. If you're unsure, those are Comma Club when you sell $1,000. So yeah, that sticker, it does mean a lot, especially when you get them all in a row and you start to see, and then if you miss
That's
one.
what I did. I bought a brand new computer, and they're lining them up, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to fill that whole computer with them.
Yes, I love it. And you get the extra pay with that too. So it's kind of nice. Gotta like that.
And with my pay too, because I am retired now, and I get Social Security because I'm retired, and my extra money that I do make on Color Street goes to my grandkids. I can go and I can take them to get ice cream or buy them, the toy that they wanted. My granddaughter's a cheerleader, so she gets that extra t-shirt at competition when we go. And that's what I do with my money. So it doesn't matter what age group you are. I think I'm probably one of the oldest ones here, but you still can make it work. You still can find ways. Like I said, I don't walk around that great, but hey, I can go on the golf cart. So there's ways even when you get older to make Color Street work.
I love that. That's awesome. And your lucky grandkids, they have to be pretty excited about that.
My little granddaughter, she is 4 years old, and she looked at my nails the other day and she goes, Grandma, I want those. I want those. And I said, you want nails? Yeah, I want them just like that pink ones.
Oh, so cute. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thanks
Your
for having me.
enthusiasm is awesome. I mean, and I love that you're on a golf cart doing it. I mean, I kind of want to go camping just to see you riding around.
It's a fun thing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So next we have Sarah, and I saw you somewhere, Sarah. There you are. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Sarah, Chrysler or Chrysler?
It's Chrysler. It's like the
Okay.
car, but
That's what I
not at
thought, but you know, the EI
related to the
throws me
car.
off. All right. So Sarah is going to talk about, she, as you saw her raise her hand, she has 8 subscription boxes a month. So she's going to talk a little bit about, you know, how she gets that and how she's maintaining that. So thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, sure. So super excited to share with you. So hopefully maybe something that I'll share today will help, you know, inspire you to get more subscription boxes, because of course, as we know, hitting, you know, getting that sale when it hits on the 2nd of the month is such a great feeling, because we all know how hard it is to hit 0, especially if you, after you've had a great month. So knowing that on the 2nd, you're going to have, you know, some PV is awesome. So when the program first started, that first month I had 5 subscribers, and then in addition myself, so I had 6. I have had a couple of those who have canceled, but I have 4 of them who are still, and I shout them out that they are my like OG subscription box friends. I actually last month just sent everyone who was a current subscriber, I sent them a gift card, like a little $5 Starbucks card, just as a thank you, and a little handwritten note. A lot of my customers love that. Just getting a little note in the mail, just sharing my appreciation with them. So I have right now, I have 8, including myself. I have someone who canceled last month, and then someone who just joined this month. If you are not in the, there is a group, I think Darlene shared it. It's a summer subscription box group done by the Gemstones. It's a really great group if you are looking for some ideas, verbiage, graphics to share in your group. It's a really great resource, and there's a lot of really talented ladies who are sharing their ideas. So I highly recommend joining that group. Let's see, I share every month the theme in my group. And then I also, I don't just post it and pray that people are going to see it, or it's going to catch their eye and they're going to sign up. I also send private messages. So, you know, for the girls who I know love bright colors, I share, you know, I sent them messages saying, hey, oh my gosh, this next box in July is awesome. Make sure you check it out. I always send them a link in a private message, like, hey, if you want to check it out, if you have any questions, you know, let me know. But I don't just post and pray, I send private messages. And one thing that Kelly France did a live kind of work with me training in that Facebook group, and she talked about sending personal voice messages and how to send and forward them. I highly recommend it. You actually send yourself a voice message on Facebook Messenger, and then you can hold it down and you can forward it to up to 5 people at a time. So I actually did that. I watched her live, I think it was from last week, and I sent 5 messages. I had 1 person from that actually sign up already, and I had 2 more people who said they were interested. So they're on my radar, and I'm going to be following up with them because they said that they were interested in joining. So, you know, just like anything, hostesses, parties, customers in your group, you always want to try to work on sharing and adding, you know, because you're going to have people who drop off. I had someone who, you know, said financially it just wasn't a great time. So we kind of talked back and forth about, you know, possibly just going ahead and skipping it for a couple months, but she actually ended up canceling. So, you know, it's hard, and I'm really glad that I can't go back. Sometimes I forget who is signed up and who canceled, but I do know my number. And so, you know, just like when we have someone leave our VIP groups, it can be kind of a sting, but we're always looking forward. We're always reaching out and sending messages and just letting people know, because I know I have people, you know, even though it's been a program since November, I have people who maybe have never even seen me post about it, or have, you know, Facebook hasn't shown them a post. So just really sending private messages. We all know our customers and things, that colors that they like or whatever. And so one thing, especially with this month, because of the diamond dusted lipstick and the fact that bonus gift alone is almost the price of the whole box, including shipping. It's just incredible. So just really telling people like, hey, you can try it one time, and then, you know, if you want to cancel, you can skip it. There's no penalty. I had someone join last month, and she got this last box, and she wrote me and she's like, to be honest, I wasn't really thrilled with the sets. And I tell a lot of my girls who are kind of on the fence, like, hey, if you don't like a set, let me know and I'll send you, you know, a set to kind of replace it, one that you might not like, and everything. So they know it's really not a risk, and you're getting so, you know, really just talking about the value and what you can get, even though, so I get every box. My box this month, I think there was a glitch with it. I actually got a text saying that there was up with my address, which I don't know, but it arrived in my post office on the 9th at 6:30 in the morning. And right now the tracking says it's en route to another facility. I don't know when it's coming, but I go live. Sometimes I go live in my group. Sometimes I go live on my main page just to share and show me excitement. I have honestly not loved every single box, but I can talk about the benefit, the price, the value, and what other people love. I haven't loved all the colors. I like dark polish. So, you know, I don't have to necessarily love it. And I think that was, you know, my background is working at Starbucks, and I could tell you about all the drinks I absolutely despise, but I could tell you what other people liked about it. And so just really sharing your excitement and being positive about it is really more contagious than anything. And a lot of people, just that FOMO, you know, missing out, they want to see what the next gift is, like, you know, it's just all those things, you know, kind of wrapped together in one. So so just don't be discouraged if you had someone join at the beginning and maybe they've left. Just like anything else, keep pressing forward, be patient, you know, just keep sharing your love for the color play boxes, and it'll happen. So hopefully that was encouraging to some of you, but my goal is to actually have 12. I want to make sure that I can BQ or qualify or hit 300 on the 2nd. And of course, you know, if I could have more than that, it would be awesome. But I highly recommend joining that Facebook group, because again, there's really great live trainings and there's graphics and verbiage. They share the verbiage in sending a voice message and being able to copy and send it to a bunch of people. That was really cool. I'd never tried that before. And it was really easy to do. And, you know, there's a lot of people I'm sure that we could all message that maybe that'll save a lot of time, and people like getting the voice messages. It's just really personal. So yeah, that's all that I have.
Thank you, Sarah. Where did you say Kelly's training was?
Yeah, that was in the summer, it's called like summer subscription box, the Gemstone group. She did like a work with me. Yeah, yeah, she did a live, like
okay.
Yeah, I think it was from last week or maybe the week before. I can't remember, I lost track. But she did like a work with me.
And beautifully polished.
Yeah, and she shares, like, she shows on her phone like how to send yourself a message and copy and paste it. And so yeah, you can only do 5 at a time, but you can send the 5 and then close out and then open it back up and send 5 more. It just limits you to 5 at a time. So
yeah,
okay,
I put it in the chat, Deb, and then I put it on a beautifully polished, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Or
yeah, I went in it. I didn't see Kelly's training. The other question, so Jackie's asking, and I'm very torn about this because I also, you know, they said the sharing, we all know it's lipstick next month. And they said, I know on the training, they said, don't share it, which of course, you know, that's a lot of people tell don't share to. I'm conflicted because I feel like one of my favorite things getting it is the surprise. So I don't want to share it because, in a sense, because I want the people who are getting it already to be surprised. However, I also know from another standpoint, it can entice people to sign up. So.
But is it, I think we just can't like share the picture, the screenshot, but I think we can share that it's a really special like lipstick that's, you know, just as much value as almost the sub box. That's the reason they told us what it was, is because they're trying to, you know, bump up excitement for the sub boxes. So
Yeah, I was
I
hoping
see
it
the
would be some-
graphics that the gemstones are creating for that group that have the screenshots from that. And they're telling
Right.
us to share these graphics. So
Uh-oh. Ooh, I'm
I know,
screenshotting.
which is interesting, because then, yeah, I mean, yes, the writing was on one of the calls, or when corporate came out and told us, maybe it was just that very specific photo that they showed that they didn't want them sharing.
mm,
That they,
Yeah, I
said-
can say, so in the message that Kelly shared to like send, I'll read to you what it says. So, and this is what I shared in my message. I have not told anyone that it's a diamond dusted lipstick, but the verbiage that I used in it is that it says you will also get a bonus item that we know is already worth $30 on its own, and it will not disappoint. So what I'm doing then is that for all my customers who I know love the lipstick, I'm making sure that I'm reaching out to them to say, hey, you really, really need to do this. And yeah, so I haven't told anyone, and I know that they're sharing the graphics. To me, I don't like sharing the graphics because it's clearly a screenshot of like a video. So to me, like, I just like being excited, and a lot of people can sense that. You don't necessarily have to tell them what it is, because I know, like, if someone had told me, oh, you know, in the box, it's going to be wooden coasters, I would have been like, nah, okay, whatever. But when I opened it and I was like, these are really cool, like, but I like surprises. And so,
too.
you know, I do have
Me
customers
too.
who are like, I'm intrigued by the boxes, but I'm really picky about colors and hues of colors. And I'm not that way. I just like surprises. I don't care what it is. So just making sure that I'm reaching out to the customers that I know love lipstick, that would want to make sure that they get this box so that they get it, but I'm not telling them what it is. I'm just being excited.
yeah,
So,
it's like getting a gift every month, and you just are paying for it yourself.
yeah,
Right,
true.
when you get your box. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. I
Mhm.
love all the advice and all the tips. That is wonderful. So thank you. And then we're gonna roll right into Cindy Dom, who's gonna also share some tips about subscription box, which we need to give you a round of applause, because I know you had something to do at the beginning for being #1 on our team in subscription box subscriptions, with 22 subscription boxes in a month, which is pretty darn amazing, Cindy. So congrats
I love
to
it.
you. And let's hear what you have to say about your subscription boxes.
Well, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Okay. You know, on the way home, we had supper with my daughter. It's her birthday today. And I wasn't thinking when I said I would do this, that it was her birthday. But anyway, on the way home, I was kind of talking to my husband about what I'm going to say. And I'm like, I don't have like a magic trick. I don't have the golden ticket, right? None of us do. But some of the, so I just want to talk in general a little bit, and then some of the specific things that I did in the beginning, I'll share with you. Again, nothing magical. I have a great VIP group, by the way, so that helps. But who spoke right before me, Linda? Is that right? Sarah. You're right. She's right. You have to talk about it. You have to be excited about it. I've been disappointed lately in some of the graphics groups and the nail fee groups, and there's been a lot of negativity about some of the boxes, and I get it. We're not all going to love it, right? That's an unrealistic expectation to think that they're going to get 100% of the people satisfied 100% of the time. It's just not going to happen. So what I go into the group with is not that I love every box. Like this month it's okay. I have it on. It's probably not my favorite, but that's not the point. The point is, like you said, the surprise, the excitement about, like I say to my VIPs, how fun would it be if you got a gift in the mail every month from a friend and you don't know what it is? So be your own friend, like buy yourself a gift every month that you get to be surprised with. You don't know what's going to be in it. You're paying for it. It's only $30. It's not like we're breaking the bank here. And so that's what I go in with. Not that, oh my gosh, I love this box every month. No, I'm going to be sincere and say, like, this box is okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. But it was so fun opening, and the extras that came with it. Love that stuff. So I agree. I've done lives, multiple lives, opening the boxes. Sometimes I just do them as reels or stories on my page. Like I said, I feel like you just have to love the concept. You don't have to necessarily love every item or every nail strip that comes in it. And it was interesting this month, like I said, I saw some negative comments in one of the groups, and I thought, gosh, I have 22 counting my own. And actually one, she skips about every other because of finances, which is fine. But I thought, gosh, maybe there's somebody in my group that really doesn't like this. Maybe I should get a feel and see. So I didn't post it, but in one of the posts I commented, and I had found a happiness guaranteed. Have you guys seen those? If you're not happy, you can send me your box and I'll send you 2 free sets of nail strips from my stash. So I put that in there, and I had a couple people be like, who wouldn't like these? Like, who would want to trade in their subscription box? And that's just, I don't know. I have a group of ladies who are they just feed off each other, really. One is, bragging about how they love it. And the other one might say, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And then the next one will pop in and be like, oh, I already know, I'm going to do this. And then they just kind of feed off from each other. And I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky to have them kind of promoting it within for me too. So that absolutely helps. And if you can find maybe 1 or 2 people that you can be like, hey, what did you think? Can you go in my group and talk about it? I know Darlene knows this, but I also don't do nail fee posts. I get my VIPs to actually post their nail fees in my group. And then I also ask them to post their nail mail. So I can't remember last month. I counted it up, and I want to say over 200 posts in my group were from my VIPs, not me.
That's great.
And I think that has really helped my group's algorithms. You can see, how many posts reached they get. And so they get their subscription boxes, they post a picture of it. I tell them, don't post the contents until we know everybody's gotten, their box, but they're posting their boxes, and then they'll comment how cool it is. And then that gets the excitement going for the rest of the group. And so I think that has really helped feed, because I started with 12. In December, I had 12. So I've gained 10 since then. But some of the things I did back in, August, we got that, this is what our subscription boxes might be like kind of thing. Remember that? And as soon as I got it, I went live. And as a stylist, we were supposed to give our feedback. So I just told my VIPs, listen, here's an idea that they've put together. Let me know what you think. And so I went live, talked about it, asked them their ideas. Do you have anything you want me to, input when I put my feedback in? And so got some of their input, but then I also in that live found out how many of them would be kind of got a feel for how many would maybe be interested in signing up based on what they saw. And by the end of that live, again, that was in August, I had 4 or 5 people that were like, I'm in, sign me. Where do I sign up? So based on that, I thought, well, I'm going to set a goal I made it 12. Maybe it was a little high, but I made it 12. So when November rolled around and we knew it was coming in December, I did a couple things. One, I created a punch card, and I said, if we get to 12 subscribers before December and 12 sub orders run, I'll give away a $25 gift card. And then they all got, I was going to have one ready and show you. I made personalized koozies. It's just a purple koozie, and it says my group name, Sin City Nails, and on the other side it says Color Play Club or something. And everybody gets excited about free stuff. So we got to 12. Yep, there. Yeah, kind of like Darlene's holding up.
I got the idea from you.
Yeah. So I gave those away, and then I did the punch card, and I had 12.
again.
Run.
Do it again.
Okay, hold on. On one side it says mine, but on the other side it says Color Play Club.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Koozie, it's a purple koozie.
Yep. That's what I did too. And I just used my Silhouette machine, did them myself. Anyway, so got the 12, gave away the $25 gift card, gave away the koozies. And then I also created another punch card and I use this. I have a post pinned to the top of my group. So if a subscriber orders 4 months, their order process is 4 months in a row, then they get, I think it's a free set of nails. After the next 4 months, I haven't gotten there yet, but I think it's like a swag bag. So I'll just put some, accent nails and a cuticle stick or I don't know, some random things together. And then after the next 4 months, there's another prize. And so every month, then I go to that pinned post and then I comment who's all, ordered again. And they're kind of supposed to keep track of it too. But they know that if they skip a month, then their punch card isn't complete. So I think that has helped too. It keeps them consistent in staying in the sub boxes. So, and then, like I said, the happiness guaranteed, I really thought maybe I'd have 1 or 2 take me up on that, but nobody did. So, yeah, there's a loyalty card.
Ooh,
Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
MB.
I'm not sharing that, so I don't know.
No, MB is. That was
Okay,
nice.
yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, MB.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I could probably figure it out. But anyway, I have my card. If anybody's interested in using it, I'd be happy to share it. But it's kind of up to them to keep track. I mean, I of course do, but I haven't had, other than the one gal who skips about every other month because of finances, everybody that has signed up, my original 12, I still have all of them. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's really all. Like I said, I didn't have any magic tricks or golden tickets, but I think the biggest thing in my mind is just promoting the idea of it, promoting the fun of it, and not focusing always on what's in it. Like the stuff that's in it is great, but how fun to get that surprise every single month. I feel like my VIPs are running to their mailboxes every month because they're so excited because of the surprise. So
Yeah, I think
that's
that's
all
a
I got.
great twist on it, a great way to look at it that a lot of people probably have not thought of.
Because to think that every box is going to satisfy every person is just, that's impossible.
Right,
I wouldn't want that job to try and
Right.
figure out what to put in those boxes. So
right.
I
No,
think they
that's
do a great
brilliant.
job.
And I like that you have them come in and talk about it. I like that you don't do, I didn't used to do it either. And then I went to it, but now I'm wondering if I should not do it. The Nelfie post where they all post under it. Because you're right, when they go in, then it keeps, posts in your group going up and
Mhm.
interaction going up. So that's actually a very good point for interaction.
And I
then-
I make it so that all my posts have to be approved because you can tell when it's nail mail day, like all of them want, I'll get like 6 posts in a row. But I don't want all them to post at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So I control it by approving their posts.
I want to get one after this little meeting thing is over.
So,
All right, sorry, keep going.
yeah, so I control it that way because yeah, you don't want like 6 posts to land on your page on your group all at the same time. I don't think, but yeah, and it kind of takes the burden off from me. Like, we all feel it, right? Oh, what am I going to post today about that's different or interesting or, and then pretty soon I'll have a notification that somebody shared their nail mail or their nail fee, or once in a while I get a selfie of their cheek products, not very often, but so then it kind of fills that gap when I maybe am feeling non-creative. So
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Cindy. And again, congrats for being #1 and having 22 subscription boxes.
also,
Pretty
how about that release we had today?
Oh, I know. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
I can't
Really
wait
good.
to see those Nelfies come out.
And congrats to you and Dana for Unite to Ignite as well.
Yes. Yes.
got
So
my
excited.
itinerary for my flights today.
Oh,
Yay, that's so exciting.
so exciting. That is amazing. You're going to love it. Maybe you'll come back after and share. I know Dar shared about her experience, so you guys can come and share about yours after too,
Sure.
because it is incredible.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good. Well, you deserve it. So congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, we have, last but not least is,
Yay.
Jerry Witt, who's been so patiently waiting, who is going to talk about, making different team connections.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a great meeting. Thanks to all the ladies who've talked. I am a little nervous, excited, nervous, but I want to thank MB and Haley for sort of asking and pushing me to do something like this. I'm grateful for the opportunity and pretty humbled. I'm going to read, so if you have a question, just stop me. I'm Jerry and I live in Ripon, California. It's a small town in Central California, 70 miles east of San Francisco, 70 miles south of Sacramento. So just in the armpit of California, basically. I would love to start with a quick question. If you can all access your chat function, how many miles or kilometers, if you're from Canada, how far do you live from the person who enrolled you? I want to see.
The person
Yeah,
that enrolled me is no longer a stylist, but
Or, okay, from who's, from the person next above you then?
Less than a mile.
You're awesome, Linda.
Jackie,
Couple hours.
how many miles is it to Florida?
25 miles. Oh, now you're far away, but you were in the same town. That's cool. Well, MB and I are 2,200 miles away from each other. I enrolled with MB last summer. She lives in Southwest Michigan, and somehow we got connected, probably through my Southwest Michigan roots. I had other stylists in my area eventually sell me nail strips too, because I wore these nail strips for 3 years before MB asked me if I would be interested in being a stylist. And I saw what kind of person she was in her VIP group. She's very authentic and she's a very caring person. And I saw the connection she had with her team too. So I knew it was going to be a yes from me, and I just needed to get over some of the bumps in my own road first. She helped work me through the join link last year on June 30. So I became an independent stylist that day, but I'll celebrate my birthday in July probably, because it's all about Color Street's birthday right now. I am so excited about that set that came out today. I had 2 customers order, and then of course the gold got sold out, so I'm glad I got one. So last year MB helped me start this launch party, and the next week I was on my way. I didn't get my kit until after Independence Day. But if MB told me to post something, I posted something. And if she said to go live on my page, I went live on my page. And if Haley said, go live in your own page, I did. If they invited me to something, I went. It was all Zoom, or if it was all you know, in Facebook or whatever. It was all like this in squares. It's great to see everyone's faces. She showed me where the new stylist trainings were for Color Street. They have them on Tuesdays. So where did you think I was on Tuesdays for the next several weeks? I was in the Color Street trainings, and I saw Debbie live several times too. All of you are great at getting us started. I was a sponge. And yes, I got to see Haley in December, but I saw MB in November when I traveled to Michigan with my husband. So getting to meet in person was the best. And we only have a 1 1/4 inch difference in our height. But maybe it's just an inch less than a foot difference in our height. But it was great because she helped me sort of realize I have to know where I'm going with my business so that I don't just spin my wheels. Do you remember at the beginning of the year when we had those awesome Connect the Dots, Color Street arranged, and one of them since been taken down, but she was awesome about comparing it to a vehicle and having fuel. I think that was like
I think it was Kindle,
yes.
the opening at the beginning of the year. I remember
Yeah.
that. one.
So
Yeah.
that one was extremely meaningful to me, and it was sort of where I realized I'm constantly in need of checking in. And Haley has office hours almost every week, and I am there almost every week. So I see Linda and I see Carol Ann and I see Haley and MB almost every week. I see Kim and Jade and, you know, some of the other gals. And we don't always talk even about things that we're doing in the business. Sometimes we're talking about life things and we're connecting. And those are meaningful too. But it does give us the chance to work together and to give us challenges. I don't remember the challenge, who gave us the challenge, but the 5 people a day for 7 days. I still have that in my book, and I'm like, gosh, I think I need to do that for myself again, connecting with 5 people a day. And that was just doing follow-ups or handing out samples. So I think I'll get my, you know, that 6 samples a day would be great too. But I know my follow-up game was a really, really good when I was having to write them down all the time. So I still watch the Connect the Dots, but not as much as I thought it was at the beginning, like my job. But I am part of the book club that Haley set up. We've been reading a book every month. So I have an audiobook account, which books help me focus. And each time we change a book, that focus might change, but it's definitely growing my brain. I live on pain meds, so sometimes my brain checks out. I forget what words are, but that's why I wrote things down, and I should get back to that. I check the Facebook page of my leaders often, so I'm not a stalker, but I am. I check in, and I know where Beautifully Polished is. I know where Pretty Polished Nail Gals are, and I know where MB is all the time. Dina Doyle is always popping up on my page. She inspires me daily. Linda is starting to be part of my daily team too, because she's always right there, just sharing what's going on in the campground or with Color Street, and she reminds me things that I need to do. So calls with MB and Haley to keep me focused. Watching training recordings on FB, on Facebook or YouTube. I love the YouTube ones too. All these, when I'm doing them, I feel great. So I approach my contacts with confidence, and I don't doubt myself, and my fear is small. But the opposite happens when I start missing those. And so when I don't get those extra things on my calendar, you know, I start doubting a little bit, and I start fear of what they might think or what they might say. I don't know if you've felt that ever, you know. But here we have all these people who know the map, you know. They know the direction we need to take to get to the destination we want. And I think we may want different things from this business. You know what you want, and I probably need to decide exactly what I want. And that will help me achieve better things each month. I know more coaching from MB and Haley is only for me to ask for. They are right there. And I'm sure your upline will be the same. So I am excited for the future. I'm excited for 6 years for Color Street and the direction that it's going, the amazing makeup that they've added. It's just to make it better. And if you're ready, I'm sure your upline is ready. So whether you're within 20 miles of your enroller or like maybe like me, you know, 2,200 miles away or something like that, just picking up the phone and maybe a video call will get you ready to go to your destination. That was all I had.
Jerry, thank you so much. And first I want to say, I mean, when you said you're nervous, you know, it's a huge accomplishment doing what you just did when you're nervous like that. And we all have those beginning moments, but that just shows again what Color Street can do for people. Getting you out of your comfort zone, like that is a big win for you and a huge thing in growth. So when you look at your business and your successes, and that's what people were talking about today is things they feel successful with, this alone is something you should feel real successful about, that you are able to talk to people on the team. Because I can remember 6 years ago, my first live, when I told I had to do a live, and live videos weren't even really big. And I had like a poster board I was reading as I was so nervous. And now it's like nothing, right? I mean, so, you know, that Color Street can do so much in so many ways. It's not just about the nail polish and the makeup. It's so many personal ways that we grow. So all the things you touched on are just a reminder to us of the more you tune in, the more you go to, the more meetings, the more you connect, the more you're going to get out of it. The more connections if it's connections and wanting to feel part of a group, then you got to give yourself that, and you got to put yourself in those places so you can do that. So I'm proud of you for doing all that. Because that is not only, it sounds like what fills your bucket, but what motivates you and keeps driving your business. So when we're out here as independent stylists, you can sign up and you never have to talk to your upline again. I mean, I did Mary Kay forever. I never really sold it. I just really put an order in because I wanted the discount. I never talked to anybody. Like it just I knew I was putting orders in. I didn't need help from anybody. I just did it. I wasn't running it like a business. I was just doing it years ago just for that. So it's totally different. So if you want this as a business and you want to move forward and you want people cheering you on and you want people, you know, helping you through the hard times, then connecting is where you're going to get all that support. So I love that you've, you know, honed in on that and you can see that, because I know for a lot of us, that's why we're here, because that's why what we love is the relationships and the connections. And, you know, you have that. Look at all the advice we just got today. You think I'm not going to be watching that training tomorrow and doing those 5 messages to all sorts of people? Yes, I am. I mean, we learn something new all the time, and it motivates us to go out there and do those things. So thank you to everybody. I mean, all of you every single person taught me something. I don't know, or at least reminded me of things I need to do, or motivated me to go do something. So I appreciate all of you getting out of your comfort zones. If it was out of your comfort zone, I appreciate all of you taking the time and sharing with all of us.
I found my koozie finally.
Yes, let's see. So cute. I love it.
And they're very glittery, see, you know, like the nails.
Right. I love it. So I know it's already 9:20. I think people have kind of been asking questions and commenting throughout the chat. But if we have a question or two for anybody before we hang up, we could probably take a couple, but I don't want to keep people on too long. Any questions before we hang up? I think most people were kind of doing it as it went. Well, thank you, everybody.
Did you have announcements?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to go over. Thank you for the reminder, Barb. Okay. I'm sure, hopefully people saw their email. Conference. Did you see that new people, May 1st who joined as of May 1st can get half off the in-person conference amount. So it would be $99.50 American or $136.50 Canadian. If you want to go in person, that's pretty cool. Again, if you're brand new and you have no idea what conference is, let me tell you, it's amazing. So there's also a roommate thread. So if you want to go, but you don't have a roommate, so you're hesitant, I looked in there, I popped in there just today. And I mean, someone was saying I have an Airbnb with 2 rooms. Also, you can check in with our team as well. I'm not sure if there's anybody with rooms, space in their rooms. I haven't seen anybody looking for roommates, but you could check with our team first. And if not, go in that group and see if there's someone from there. But if a roommate's your only thing you're hesitating on, I'm sure we could find somebody that is out there in the same boat. So don't let that be your hang up if that's what's hanging you up. If you are nervous because you'd be by yourself, if you're on our team, you're not by yourself. We are very good about making sure we have places that we're meeting up. Even if your upline is not going, we can still figure out what hotel you're at and figure out people who are near you that will get over to the conference place with you or meet up before meeting. So don't let those things, and I know that's a scary feeling if you don't know anybody. Has anybody gone to conference here that didn't know anybody going in? Is anybody, everyone who's gone has, okay. I mean, we have had people on our team that have gone and didn't know anybody. And I know that they did not feel alone once they were there. So just know, reach out to one of your uplines and we'll talk to you about it if that's what's holding you back, because it's incredible. The PNP, again, there's been changes in the PNP, and they did a live about it last week, and again, they reposted it again. I don't think those changes were supposed to meant to freak people out, but some of the little verbiages were kind of freaking people out. One being, I think when they said the 3 orders, it said 3 orders, and it made it too generic. It's 3, or they said 3 retail customers. So everybody panics because we were able to, as the hostess, or, as us as the hostess or our own hostess. So it's just 3 orders. Okay. So don't panic if that's the same. The Yumi Who, you just, we can still, most people aren't selling from that. You're basically showing what you have, but you're not taking money through that. But be careful with corporate assets. Another
Actually,
one,
Deb, can I say something about that? Because there's a Yumi group for Color Street users, and when they got the information about all this, Yumi Who is actually figuring out how to help us in that aspect, like creating. They asked everybody if they wanted nail fees or the whole strip or the package or whatever, and so they're putting something together to make it work.
good, because I started seeing some people posting nail fees, and I thought, I don't know if I want to just take random people's nail fees either, because they're not always the greatest.
Well, and I hope they don't have people's names on them either.
Right, exactly.
You. But yeah, I mean, we're not supposed to take money through there anyway.
Right.
It's just the picture aspect.
Yeah. So it's nothing to panic. You can still use it. It just, we can't, and really, we weren't doing anything. Really, all we would do is go in Yumi Who and you type the name in and the picture was there. So it wasn't like you were the person who was using that picture. So that'll get figured out, but we can still use it. Now, one that was brought to my attention today, and I maybe one of you other leaders on here knows. All right, now Haley, now I'm drawing a blank. Now I say it out loud. It was the catch of I'm going back to your message, Haley. The live
Promoting your VIP group.
Yes. And you the verbiage, read the beginning part of the verbiage to me again.
Hold on.
I know, I was trying to get in my messenger chat and it's not where you, oh, here it is. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
And this part of this has always been here. I've never noticed the share an Alfie one, but when offering when offering a giveaway, participants cannot be compelled to pay money, buy product, post a comment, share an Alfie, or otherwise required to take any action to enter the giveaway. We've had that out for a while, that you can't, it's because otherwise it gets tied in to being like a lottery or I'm gambling, or that they have to make a purchase to get a prize. The only one, I'm not sure if it's new or if it's been there, is the share a Nelfie, because that is the post that many of us are doing in our VIP group. So any other leaders, have you heard comments on that? Because I was going to dig a little deeper on the share a Nelfie tomorrow, unless you guys have heard something about that I haven't heard.
The thing that I thought was confusing is the page that that's from is promoting your VIP page. So my take on it was, you can't go to your personal Facebook page and say, I'm doing a giveaway in my VIP group. Join my VIP group to get it. And then say you have to make a purchase to get into the giveaway, or you have to post an Alfie to do it. It's supposed to be like, just joining my VIP group is your entry into whatever the giveaway is.
Right, and they've always, like I said, they've been saying that for a while, that anybody can be entered to win your stuff.
Right.
You can't tell them what it is on your personal page. You can say you're
Right.
having a giveaway, but you can't say what it is too.
But
So do
then
you
you
think
can
that's
also
what-
do the other things in your VIP group, right? Like the nail fee giveaway when they post their nail fees or stuff like
I heard
that.
a little bit of grumbling in one of the chats I'm in and about that, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Well,
have-
I mean, the last sentence says each member of your VIP group should have an equal opportunity to participate, which, so I don't know if they're referring, I mean, it affects your VIP group. I don't think it's saying that you can't do it on your personal, but you can do it in your VIP. I think again, it's the share and Alfie is the one that I've never noticed. So that's why I'm not sure if it's new, but I've known that about the product giveaways. Like, anybody in a party, anybody you enter, or anybody who makes a purchase, get in the drawing to win blank. Technically,
I don't know.
you're not supposed to say that.
Right.
And I thought when they came out with that training or that verbiage a while back, they gave us other verbiage we could use. Does anybody remember that? Jackie, do you remember that back then when that was first announced? That was a few years ago when they first changed that verbiage and said we couldn't do. Because
I'm sorry, Deb, you caught me yawning. So what were you
Sorry.
asking me about? What?
I just said, do you remember, or Darlene, one of you guys, Heidi, someone who's, it was a few years ago when this change was made.
When they said
And
something
I
about
know it had to do with gambling, but I thought they gave us some other verbiage you could use back then.
Oh, gosh.
as long as you have a way for them to participate to win the prize, I think that's key too.
Yeah, I just kept thinking it was like no purchase necessary. Anyone can participate. But I'll tell you, I just remember like shying away from it because I was like, oh, I don't know if what I'm doing is gonna get us in trouble or not. So
But that's where I had never noticed the Nelfie one. So technically by that verbiage, it sounds like the Nelfie one. If you say, post your picture here, but in mine, I don't say, my post does not say, buy nail polish from me and post a picture in order to get in the drawing. Mine just says, post a picture of your nail polish or Petties or lips or Color Street products to get in the drawing. So you don't have to buy it. You could get it for free somewhere. I don't know. I never put how they have to buy it. So I
Yeah,
don't
which
know. If that's-
technically they
Yeah.
could have gotten
That's it.
gotten a set from us for
Oh, sorry.
free.
Right.
I
Right.
know with my parties, like I added when they made that change, I used to do it where it was, you get an entry for a drawing when you purchase whatever. And then when they made that change, I added in an option where you could be entered if you added 5 friends to the party,
Yes. Oh,
because
that one,
anyone
yes,
could
you're
do
right.
that.
Yeah. I did the
And
same
so
thing.
I adjusted my party drawing graphic to include invite 5 friends to the group or 10 or whatever, so that there was a free way for them to join. And maybe I would have one person in a party do it, but the majority of people who were in the drawing had purchased. But there was an option for a free way to enter it if they wanted to.
Yeah, because I had a big party one time and the gal who invited a person, she didn't purchase herself, won the darn pot. I was so bummed. I think it was a mystery hostess I did, and it was a good amount. I was, you're right. I remember that. That was what they encouraged us to do at the time when they switched that. Thanks, Sarah. The other thing, so Haley, I'll see if I can dig a little deeper in that and find a little more information out about that too, about the NALFI thing. If people are taking it to be more than what it is. All right.
Like that group that I saw it in, it was a lot of negative feedback and stuff like that. So I was like, you guys need to calm down.
Right.
Ask your outlines, reach out to compliance, don't freak out and threaten to quit because of something that you don't even fully understand what you're reading.
Right.
So,
Again, they don't put these rules in place for us to get upset, right? It's just because it makes it a more fair playing field. And that, I remember that specifically being because of gambling stuff and how we can get in trouble.
Well,
So
and
that-
yeah, it has to do with more with FTC than anything
Right.
else.
That's why
They're trying to
that's in
protect us
place.
is all.
Yeah. So the Europe thing is pretty amazing. That it looks, and again, I don't know any more information than what was in that email, but that we could be going to Europe late July. Where again, they even said it. So it's going to be pretty limited communication. That's a lot of languages that fall into that much of Europe. But they could buy and they could limited support, but they could buy and they'd be able to sign up. So it might be something to maybe start mentioning to people. I don't know how much I'd really put out there, like post wise, till we have a little more information, but that's very exciting if we're going to all those different countries come July. So that was very cool. I think those were the main. Oh, then let's talk about it, and don't forget about the Tuesday trainings tomorrow. So the cool thing about those now is you sign up for Tuesday training, whether it's afternoon or evening, and then they put you in breakout rooms. So you get some training, but then you get interaction time too. And I know sometimes you're not in the mood for it, right? I know sometimes when it's role play and do this, we're like, oh, I just wanted to sit and listen. But I will tell you, it really is a great way to learn. So even if you get on there and you're like, I don't want to do it, just try it and go in those breakout groups, because role playing does make a big difference. I remember when I first started, I can vividly remember my son and I taking walks, and he would have been in high school, and I'd have him give me objection of why he wouldn't want the nail polish. You know, I'd give him what to say and he'd throw one of them out so I could practice responses. It does make a difference when you can do things like that. And I know it sounds, and we've done it at meetings before, and it sounds hokey and you feel weird, but it really does make a difference. So that is a really cool thing that they're doing, I think, on Tuesday trainings. So you have to sign up and only 300 people can get in.
One thing about that, they left me in the room in
They locked you in there?
No, they're supposed to bring you back. And I kept waiting, and they said,
They
don't
left
do
you in your room
anything.
all by yourself?
They said,
Yeah,
I will bring you back. You know, they said, okay, we will bring you back to the meeting. Don't do anything, just wait. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and they never came back and got
Okay,
me.
they're still learning too then, apparently.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
weird because Linda and I were in the same room,
We
and
were in
I
the
was
same room.
successfully brought back and she
Oh.
wasn't.
I wasn't.
Oh, maybe you got in trouble.
I don't know. But I
That's
just
good.
waited and waited, and then I said, well, like for 5 minutes, and I said, well, I don't think they're coming back for me, and I just turned it off.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
So I
did you
don't know if
enjoy the breakouts though? Was that cool? Because I couldn't do it last week.
We tried doing it. I mean, we don't know if we were doing it right, we were kind of doing it, but the other person didn't really, I don't think, seem like
Participate, yeah,
he wanted to participate too much, but we tried doing it.
yeah.
Well, I would
But a
say
lot of people left. So many
that's
people
what I heard.
left.
It dropped by 100. I heard when,
Oh my gosh.
and
It's
that's
just,
why I'm
I'm
saying
leaving,
try
I'm
it.
leaving.
Don't hang up. Try it. I think
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's different.
And like I
Uh,
said, you know, then I got back on and said to Jerry, did I miss anything? Because they never came back.
It's kind of funny.
So, yeah, it was
But-
funny.
Yeah, so hopefully each week they'll get a little bit better about that process. I mean, even the monthly calls, I noticed since they're doing it, the Zoom, like there was a lot of chatter last week. It wasn't muted. And
Uh-huh.
so again, they're learning some of that stuff as they're changing into new avenues and new ways of doing things. So there might be some learning curves for them. So be
I
patient.
didn't know if somebody should just tell them, hey, like if I should have said, you know, this did happen, so you know next
Yeah.
time to make sure you get
I
everybody.
would send them just something in the, like, fill out a ticket and just let them know. Cause that
Yeah.
is good information for them. Or even in the stylist page, comment, like go in the stylist page
Mhm.
under, just find a post to go under that it would kind of make sense. And
Yeah.
like tag Peggy or somebody and tell them that happened. Just to give them a heads up. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So, any other questions?
Isn't that like a Zoom where you can hang up and go back in?
Well, but you had to sign up for it though. So
No,
but if
because
you were
I
signed
tried
up, you
that.
what's that?
I tried to go back in and it said, it just like was waiting. You were like put on hold, like,
They would have had to like let her back in again.
yeah, it wouldn't let me back in.
Well, then
Interesting.
either, I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
thought.
just sat there waiting.
We just think you were the naughty student.
Yeah, you got stuck.
She got detention.
They're like, we saw her riding around on a golf cart.
That,
Keep her
that
out
used
of
to be
here.
me out in the hall.
Oh, gosh. All right, you guys. Well, I've loved everything tonight and I appreciate all of you for being on here. I appreciate all of our presenters. And I'm so excited to see some of you in person and just not that far away. But what is it? 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Very exciting.
Woohoo! We're still nailing down some team stuff. So we'll let you guys know as soon as all that's figured out. All right.
Yay.
All right. Thanks,
Thanks.
everybody. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Bye,
All right,
everybody.
have a great
Bye,
night.
everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Happy birthday,
Bye.
Color Street. Bye.
Happy birthday.